Hey cats, this is Rich with Habayit Home Loans. We all heard that the Fed cut rates 0.25% this week. But what did the mortgage market do? Interest rates went straight up. Now, why did this happen? You see, there's a danger with the current Fed. Every time Jerome Powell speaks, an angel loses its wings. Okay, this guy can't find his way out of a paper bag with a guide rope, a candle, and people yelling, "Come here, come here." The dude is so afraid of his own shadow that he totally neglects data. The Fed is saying that employment is stable despite tons of layoffs being promised by the major manufacturer, by the major folks like Amazon and a lot of your big retailers. He's saying that the employment is stable despite the government shutdown and despite the fact that ADP has shown losses of employment in the last 4 months. This dude's getting his mortgage or his information either from Fantasyland or he's taking a time travel back to Spicoli over at Fast Times at Rich Bonn High and going, dude, we're all good. There's a couple of other folks in the Fed. One of them is the incoming Dallas member who's going to be voting that are also saying that they're still worried about inflation. The specter of inflation is really, I get it. It's the ghost is there, okay? They're going to be afraid of it forever. They're totally terrified of being the 1970s Fed. What is this doing? This is throwing the markets into turmoil. The markets are now thinking we're not going to get a December rate cut. In fact, they've pretty much said they don't want to do this. So we've had our rate cut for the Fed funds rate, but mortgage-backed securities had already priced in a couple of rate cuts, and now we have no idea what the heck is going to go on next year. So thanks to Jerry Powell and his boys and girls up at the Fed, our economy is still in a turmoil. And the other thing is, I think that this is likely a pissing match between him and the administration because he called out the Trump tariffs by name. Seriously, Kat, you may not like him. Don't invite him to your birthday party. I don't care. But let's not tank the whole economy. Let's not try to go ahead and cut the fuel supply to the airplane just because you think the pilot's an idiot. Better news, though. Rates are still relatively low to where we were about a few months ago. We're seeing FHA rates in the 5s, VA rates in the 5s. We're seeing bank statement loans in the high 6s. We're seeing conventional loans in the low mid 6s. So we're still seeing really great opportunity for folks. And that brings me to what's happening in the Houston real estate market. Last week, we were at the Real Estate and Construction Summit that was put on by the American Turkish Business Coalition. It was a great thing. About 450 people here. We had the chief economist from Zonda who was there, and he was talking about what's going on in the Houston market. One thing that he pointed out, with all the new construction that we have, we still have 10% fewer homes than we need to satisfy the home ownership needs, including the migration of people coming in, because you got a lot of big companies that are escaping these corporations, states, and coming to Texas. That's going to bring a lot of jobs. You've got a lot of investment coming to Texas. That's going to bring a lot of jobs. So we're going to need more housing supply. This is going to put pressure on home prices to continue increasing. So what's been going on in the market right now? Well, we're seeing an increase in listings. We're seeing an increase in sales. We're seeing an increase in people going to see open houses. The other thing that I'm seeing, a lot of folks are afraid that property prices are going to crash. Why? The news is going to tell you that. It's the only way they can sell papers. This is the only way they can get you to click on their website is if they give you gloom and doom. You've got folks like Diana Olnick, who since 2015 have been predicting a real estate crash because the last real estate crash was the best thing that ever happened to her. It got her a name. But the lady's information is not based in fact. What's going on in Houston right now? The average and median home sales price continues to increase. Month over month, year over year, we're going to put a little graph up. You can see that the average and median sales price continue to increase. Now, it's probably not going up as much as we think that it would be because the folks that are buying right now are buying sort of like from the 150 to 350 range. A lot of the folks who've got $500,000 homes to $1 million homes are sitting out right now because they love their interest rate on the mortgage that they have. But as soon as rates come down just a little bit, you're going to see more of these homes come into the market, more people are going to be snatching them up, and they're going to be buying bigger homes, and you're going to see a significant increase in the average and median sales price. I know a lot of folks are sitting on the fence because of uncertainty. I want to remind you what Warren Buffett said: buy fear, sell greed. That's not just in securities, in real estate as well. When people feel that times are uncertain, this is when you can get the best buy. And I'll leave you with one final thing. You can always, always, always renegotiate an interest rate by refinancing, but you can never change the purchase price of a home once you've closed. So take advantage of the fear right now, get yourself into your home, and then as rates change, you can take advantage of that situation as well. This is Rich with Habayit Home Loans. Have a great day.